What's up, guys? Welcome to my first video. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you who clicked that link and decided to watch this first video. But anyways, my name is Michael. I've been trading for around 3.5 years now. Been profitable for a little over 2 years, 2.5 years more or less. I'm one of FX Jordan G's top students. Many of you might remember me from his YouTube video when he gifted me this beautiful chain and, ultimately gave me amazing life experiences. Jordan treated me so well. This channel is solely dedicated to my brother. He will never be forgotten. The legacy he leaves behind will live, till eternity. So anyways, God bless each and every one of you for tuning in. I hope you like this educational vlog style video. I'm still new to this, guys. I'm still learning. But anyways, enjoy the video and leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, so let's just break down what the market is showing us so that you guys have a better idea exactly what we're looking for, right? So overall this morning, we were approaching this daily supply. All right, notice this daily supply that I have marked with this yellow rectangle that gave us this nice push to the downside, right? After we tapped that daily supply, what did we leave behind? We left behind a very nice 4-hour confirmation in confluence with a 1-hour supply, all right? You can see that I have my alarm set at the 4-hour, 1-hour area already. And also the market left behind another clear indication that it wants to continue its movement to the downside, leaving these equal lows. So exactly how I told my community, we will be waiting for price to come up to our 4-hour, 1-hour area, wait for that clean lower time frame confirmation to continue the movement to the downside, with this higher day, previous higher day being our first targets. Now let's go to the bigger picture and show you guys, what we're working with, off of our higher time frames, because obviously, we are, day traders, intraday scalpers, right? This is the style traders that we do with Jordan's strategy. But ultimately, we need to use our higher time frames to get our overall direction of the day. That's going to be higher probability using our higher time frames and doing our top-down analysis correctly. And then we dial it in with our lower time frames to get those sniper entries, right? So overall, very simple. A lot of liquidity sitting below price action. Extreme areas of demand being this daily demand that gave us this big push to the upside. So as I mentioned, guys, we'll come back to this screen if price comes and taps into my alarms, and we'll simply be waiting for a lower time frame confirmation. But there's nothing else that needs to be done. It's the beauty of trading. You set your alarms, you wait for your area of interest to be tapped into, and if it taps it, beautiful, we wait for our confirmation. If not, amazing as well. There's nothing that needs to be done, guys. So this is the beauty of trading, guys. Like I said, we'll be back to it once the alarms hit. If they don't hit, all good. All right, so a little update. Price never pulled back to our 1-hour, 4-hour area. Let's just go down a lower time frame to show you guys how far we pulled back. Right around here, so about 4 pips from our area of interest. Ultimately, price ended up using this 5-minute supply coming off of these higher time frames. All right, when you see lower time frames coming off of your higher time frames, and what I mean by that is that it is overlapping your higher time frame supply or demand. That is a valid area to look for confirmations to continue the sell movement, and you can tell yourself that we are coming off of a 5-minute, that is in confluence with a 4-hour and 1-hour. So situations like this, when you have a supply or demand completely overlapping your higher time frame, many times you will see price uses that lower time frame coming off of the higher time frame and will respect it, sometimes even giving you a clean confirmation, and you take that movement knowing it's a higher time frame confirmation. In many instances, you guys will think, did we tap that higher time frame? But it is your job to do that extra step and go through all of your lower time frames and make sure that there is not a lower time frame overlapping your higher time frame, because you guys know that there's sometimes where price will miss a 4-hour supply, for example, by 2 pips, and it'll leave behind a confirmation, and now you're unsure if you should take that as a 4-hour confirmation or not. Now that you know, if there's a supply or demand coming off of that higher time frame, you take that confirmation every single time. No need to do the back testing. You can if you want to, but I've done all the back testing, you know, to support that that data. You know, it's part of my trading plan now, and I would advise you guys to add it to yours as well. So for this morning, guys, price did end up using that area. I was simply looking for a clean confirmation to continue the movement to the downside, knowing that we are technically coming off of that 4-hour, 1-hour area. You can see here that we didn't quite leave any clean confirmations. In fact, we did leave behind, you know, a good amount of equal highs. So therefore, I stayed on my hands. No sell limits sent today to the signal group, but overall, a very, very clean day overall. We can go over GU and USD CAD, GU and EU really quick, but nothing on their ends either, guys. We were saying that our main target is going to be this 4-hour supply right here that gave us this very nice push to the downside. Notice how we have a lot of relatively equal highs sitting just above price action, and we're currently coming off of, you know, areas of demand. So price has been respecting areas of demand, invalidating areas of supply. Ultimately, our higher time frame is lining up for buys. So it is our job to look for the next high probability area to possibly buy from. This morning, how I told the community on the free Telegram, how I was simply waiting for price to tap into this 4-hour or 1-hour demand that came off of this 4-hour demand after we tapped it during London pre-New York session. You can see that all the volume came out of this area. We did not get any kind of pullback into our high probability area that we're looking to take buys off of. Remember, it is our job to find our higher time frame analysis by doing our top down. And then our second job is to find our next high probability area to continue the movement off of, right? So you can see we did not pull back into our high probability area, being this 1-hour, 4-hour demand. Price instead just continued the movement to the upside. And what do, guys? We stay following our plan. We sit on our hands. Price did not come to our area of interest. We simply did absolutely nothing. That is the beauty of trading. It is less than more. Let's go over EU really quick. Same thing with EU, guys. Overall, let's go on a daily time frame and show you what we were working with. We were anticipating this daily demand to be tapped into, and we did. All right, we tapped into it. We got this very nice volume to the upside, but let's just look up and to the left and see what the daily time frame is showing us. A whole bunch of liquidity, you know, equal highs sitting above price action. And if I look even more up and to the left, you can see that we have way more indications showing that price wants to continue the movement to the upside. This is, you know, on a higher time frame. Obviously, this is going to take weeks to play out, but our job is to find that higher time frame edge with our top down and then precisely snipe on a lower time frame to catch the wave. So ultimately, as I was mentioning, we do have our first targets being this daily 4-hour that gave us this very nice push to the downside. But look at this as well. Up and to the left of that, we do have a set of equal highs. So plenty of room for Euro USD as well to the upside with extreme weekly daily supplies to target. Now, same thing as GU, guys. EU tapped into that daily demand this morning, and all of the volume is coming right off that area. Let's go to the 4-hour and show you what we left behind. Similarly to GU, we left behind a clean 4-hour with a very nice engulfing candle demand in confluence with a 1-hour down here. Now, this pair wasn't as clean as GU. Exactly what I told the community, right? GU was just more uniform, and the higher time frames were more in confluence, right? So for this morning, identical to GU, guys, just so much impulse movement to the upside. This H1 was just created for us to come to our area of interest, which is exactly why you see we got a little pullback off of it, but ultimately, you know, invalidated it altogether. And that wraps up the session for the day, guys. That video was uploaded to the paid members. We send daily recaps, breakdowns, psychology sauce, just in-depth videos that are just too long for YouTube. It's just provided with a lot of value. Now guys, we're done trading for the day. No trades were taken for today. Not every day is gonna be a trading day, guys. It is our job to be present in the markets, know ultimately, our trading plan, what we're looking for. The market gives it to us, we'll take it. If not, it simply isn't a trading day. But otherwise, guys, I will catch you in the next clip. We're gonna be heading out shortly. I gotta go to the market, get some probiotics, some fruits, veggies, and yeah, catch you on the next one. All right, so we just got in the whip. But before you go, you must always put your driving modes. But shout out to Sebas for teaching me this. All right, he says you drive the car like that. Look at this shit. All right, so probiotics secured. Now we're looking for some fruits. All right, quick fact, guys. In every grocery store, the most beneficial and most natural products are gonna be against the walls, all right? So everything against the walls of your grocery stores, you're gonna find the most natural, freshest whole foods. And then what you're gonna see is within your grocery stores, all right, notice all of your walls. This is really good stuff right here. I'm gonna come back. But what you wanna see is all your walls are natural whole foods. And then within the core of your grocery station is gonna be all of your preserved garbage and junk, right? All these shelf items, remember, the longer the shelf life, the less of your own life, right? So all of these shelf items are obviously gonna be your less healthy stuff, guys. So definitely try to stick with the outer skirts of your grocery stores for those maximum benefits. There's the babe. Yeah, she's fun, bro. She's a fun ride, man. I'll give it a little start. Sheesh. My baby. I told you I'd be right back. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I got some goodies. Yeah. And you? I was just gone for 15 minutes, dude. It felt like 15 hours. Just want to give some sauce to you guys and just thoughts. Your job is to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. I know a lot of people are gonna get caught up in the stress and wanting it now, and that instant gratification. But when I tell you that the process is the beauty in it, there's nothing that comes in comparison after losing and losing and losing and being through the trenches and ultimately coming out on top. It's kind of like they say, the guy that's never had money before, or let's say the man that won the lottery, he doesn't have those experiences, those life experiences, those losses and those lessons, to allow him to, sustain that money, those earnings from that lottery. So enjoy the process, and when you see delays, and when you are looking at other people, you need to understand that they are in their own chapter. Your level 3 could be someone else's level 40, right? Everybody moves at their own pace, and everyone's journey is unique in its own way. So cherish the losses, cherish those lessons, because ultimately the losses are going to get you quicker to profitability and consistency. And why do I say that? Well, let's say a beginner trader, he say he has beginner's luck, and 3 months, 6 months in, he just starts killing it. He passes a funded account, he gets a payout, and now he's on top of the world, right? Mind you, this guy has 6 months of experience, right? Only so much experience you can get in 6 months. Versus, let's say the guy that's been losing, for a year, all right? We'll keep it at a year. This guy has been losing and losing and losing for 1 year. But after every single loss, he goes to his journal, and he journals his losses. He journals the lessons. What could I have done better? Where did I go wrong? What did I do that I need to repeat next time? Right? And consistently at the end of the year, you're gonna have trader A that had beginner's luck. He had 3 to 6 months of experience, but he didn't have no lessons. He didn't have no losses to teach him these necessary experiences to ultimately have this longevity, in this journey that we plan on doing for our whole lives. But then you have the trader that's been losing for a year, but it's all about perspective. He took those losses as lessons, and he made sure to write down every single detail from every single day. What could I have done better? What did I do right that I must repeat next time? What did I see that I missed live in the markets? And every single day at the end of the year, that trader that had a beginner's luck compared to this trader that had no results for 1 year completely, there will be a point in time where the 6-month trader and the 1 year trader will be light years away when it comes to their results. And that, my friends, should be the goal. Cherish the losses. Take them as lessons, because the more losses and lessons you have in the beginning of your journey, the quicker to profitability and consistency in this amazing market of trading. Yes, it's very difficult. Of course, it is very difficult. It's a lot of overwhelming feelings throughout your journey. But once you figure yourself out, because as you guys know, trading is about figuring yourself out and learning more about yourself, and perfecting your actions outside of this career. That is what you need to do as traders. Focus on things outside of trading, and you're going to see your trading results speak for themselves. But yeah, guys, just wanted to drop some nuggets, some gems off the dome. And yeah, I hope you guys got some value from it. God bless you guys. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Definitely check out the links in my bio. I have everything listed there. I'll have my free Telegram. I'll have the free Discord community. I'll have my Instagram. So definitely tap that link in the description below, right below. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.